The green zipper pulls made a trail to the rec center lost and found bin. My Beagle had his nose on the first one before I noticed the other two. He did not wander toward the doors or the grass. He moved from one bright pull to the next, slow enough that I could see the line. I picked up the first pull like somebody had lost part of a backpack. He ignored my hand and kept looking at the next green piece. That bin seemed like the obvious answer. Loose item, public walkway, lost and found right there. But he stopped again before we reached it, nose still low there. The second pull looked exactly like the first. Same color, same oversized shape. And for one brief second, a thin scratch caught the light again. By the third pull, I stopped thinking about trash. The pieces were too clean, too similar, and they were getting much closer to the bin now. Still, I checked the inside first. That was the normal thing to do. Nothing in the bin matched those green pulls or their odd little marks. Near the base, he found another one. 4 matching pulls in one palm, right there by the bin. Made the random scrap idea feel even weaker than the trail itself. I wanted the easy answer to work. A sports bag, a jacket, maybe something dropped after practice. That explanation still sounded reasonable for a rec center. Then the side of the bin became harder to ignore. He was not interested in the opening. He kept stopping beside it, calm and steady. When I held the pulls near that hanging display tag, one detail bothered me. The scratches were not close. They were the same thin line too. So I stopped gathering pieces and started comparing them. Every green pull had the same thin mark, and my hand moved toward the tag instead, more slowly now. The tag turned just enough to show the empty loops. These were not loose items for the bin. They had come from its side instead, not inside it at all. Once one pull touched a loop, the scratch made sense. The metal sat right where the same mark appeared on the plastic edge and stayed there. I checked the walkway backward after that. The places he had stopped were empty now, and he passed them with a much softer glance back. Back at the bin, it was still easy to make the old mistake. My hand drifted toward the opening before the empty loop stopped me again right there. The pulls lined up with the missing spaces. Same count, same size, same scratched edge. The answer was small, but it was physical and plain enough. One more second, and I would have dropped them inside as lost items. Instead, I lowered them to the tag and held my hand still there. The first pull from the walkway looked different now. That thin scratch had been visible in the opening shot, before I understood what I was seeing clearly right there. I clipped the green pulls back onto the empty loops. One by one, the display tag looked complete again, and his nose lifted away from it. When we stepped away, the ground below the bin was clear. No green pieces, no little trail. Just the same quiet rec center walkway underfoot again. And this time, he walked right past it. The zipper pulls were back on the lost and found tag, and the Beagle had nothing on the ground left to follow anymore.